Hello, I'm Disco Bob, and I'm going to show you a little bit more about the physics plugin that Metaganic and I are working on. So in this scene right here, I've got a figure loaded, and he's got an animation applied to him. It's an animation of him pushing, and he's pushing nothing. And what I want to do is I want to set it up so he can push a box using physics. So I created a box that lines up, and here he is. He can push it. Well, he can't yet because he's not set up to collide. Now, in the free version of this plugin, we don't have the ability yet to use a figure or any native studio content as collision objects. You need to use the collision objects that we supply with the physics plugin, which you create through the scene builder. So, because of that, we need to kind of do a little workaround here. I've gone through and I've created a single element right here, and I parent it to his hand, and I set that object to have 0 mass. Now, as I explained before, if it has 0 mass, it means it will not be subject to gravity or be moved when it gets bumped into other objects. Instead, other collision objects will bounce off of it. So this object is set to follow his hand, and now you'll see that it follows his hand. He pushes right through the box. So now you go into Physics tab, and now that we have all this set up, you scroll down to the bottom, make sure that Use Frame Baking is turned on. And with Frame Baking turned on and you hit Run, it will now simulate it, and it'll have him push the box. Alright, so now it's baked. We can reset. Now we can just watch it play back. And we now have animation of him pushing the box. Now, to pretty it up, you can go through, and in the Scene tab you can hide this one on his hand so you can't see it, and now it just looks like he's pushing the box. And now you can go render this out. You can even go through and, following the similar method of me putting this invisible object, putting that object on his hand, you could also use this box to get the animation data, but then go and bring something else in, like a refrigerator or whatever studio content you want to load in its place, and parent it to this box, and now it'll act like the box, and it'll look like it's getting pushed around. So it's pretty easy to get things to interact in DAZ Studio with physics with this free version of our plugin.